Today I'm adding the vinyl logo to the bonnet of the van. Now, I've added vinyls before, but not like this, and not on Raptor paint. Hi, my name's Matt, and if you're new here, hello. If you've been watching that for a little while, then welcome back. Really excited about this today. I've had a delivery. So, long story short, I was going to do it myself. I was going to put the logo on the bonnet of the van. So, The Adventures of Fat Boy, big logo, right? So I had it on my last van, but I had a big sticker on the back window, and I wanted to put one on the bonnet, but I didn't want just a basic sticker because, well, for me, I just didn't like the look of it for the van. So I ummed and I ahed, and I tried to figure things out, and I thought I'll do it myself. I'll draw it, I'll stencil it, I'll draw it. So, but then I thought actually I've got to reverse it, I've got to enlarge it. That's going to be really complicated. So I could do it, I guess, but it wouldn't be a great job, and it would take me a very long time. So I thought the best thing to do is go elsewhere and get it done, isn't it? So I jumped onto Etsy, and I found this great seller. So I had a little chat. We had a little message back. They were very good. They took a few hours maximum to get back to me, and then once the conversation had started, it was like half an hour, 30 minutes at most. But I explained what I wanted, and I said, is that possible for you to do? And they said, yes, it is. And we ummed and ahed. We talked about colours and everything else. And long story short, this is the result. So what you've got here, I hope, is the right thing. So let's have a look, shall we? Right, okay, so it comes very well packaged, and I don't know whether you can see that, but we'll open this up in a moment. What it's got there is a little QR code to the application instructions, which is helpful, isn't it? Now, when we had a conversation, they asked if I wanted to have a couple of scrap pieces just to test what I was doing. So I'll be careful with that so I don't break it. Which I said, yes, please. So I'm hoping in here there's going to be some test pieces. So, okay, peel this side. What have we got? Glass etch. Okay, so this is who they are, glass etch vinyls. They were very good, and if this works out, I'll be singing their praises at the end as well. But they're on Etsy. And yes, they did send me a scrap piece so that I can trial it, which is very kind of them. Okay, so I've got the scrap piece. So here is the design itself. Now it's 50 by 50, so it's quite big. And what I'll do is I'll show you it properly on the van in a moment. So I'm just unrolling it to have a look myself. And it's been inverted. When I spoke to the person in the messages, they talked about that. And when they inverted it and they sent me the prints of that, I thought, fantastic, that's, that really looks good, or at least I hope it looks good. It looked good in the print. Let's see how it looks on the van. I'm hoping you can see that clearly. So that's the logo, and it's exactly the same as the logo around the side, which are these small ones that we have on the windows. You can see now, I hope, the scale of it and how it's going to look. Obviously, I want to get the positioning and everything right before I put it on, but I just wanted to see how it looked at this first pass. By the way, this is stuck on with these little things. They're fishing magnets, right? And they're only £5 or £6 for a pack. They're not very expensive, and they are just incredibly useful. So if you have a van and you don't have any fishing magnets, go get some. They're really good. I think they're brilliant. Let me know if you've got some and what you use them for, because at the moment I'm still thinking of all these different ways I can put these to use. So if you've got them in your van, let me know how you use them. Now it's time to have a look at that QR code that came in the packaging. So I need a pair of these, man of a certain age unfortunately, and I need one of these. Cup of tea, perfect time for a bit of refreshment while I have a look and see what the instructions say to do. Basic things that I'm going to need for this then. Some scissors, straightforward enough. A tape measure, make sure that it's in the right place. Some tape just to hold it in, and one of these, which is a flexible scraper thing. So it's plastic and the edge isn't going to cut. Quick little wipe over with some rubbing alcohol. Just to make doubly sure there's no imperfections or anything there. Obviously, as you're aware, I'm sure, raptor paint got a little bit of a texture to it when you roll it on, so it's not a completely flat surface. So I want to try and give this the best chance that I can of working out. So I'm just freeing up the corners now in the hope that when I stick this down fully for the last time, ready to peel, that it'll be easy for it to come off. So I've watched the videos and I've got a basic idea, and it talks about using this thing called a hinge method. So I'm not pretending to be an expert, I'm basically a few steps ahead of you guys in the sense that I've just watched the video that was supplied and I'm working from that. So I'm just going to measure out and make sure that we're in the right sort of spot in regards to placement of this. In fact, I'm going to go up a bit. So I'm just going to measure up just to make doubly sure that we're in the same sort of ballpark. So I think that's perfect. Right, let's peel it off and hope for the best. All right, phase one is done. Backing paper's off, and now is going to be the moment of truth. So obviously where it's a bonnet, it's not flush, so it's not a complete flat surface. So there's a bit of a bend in it, and I've tried to sort of accommodate that as best as I can and pushed all this out. But I think the proof now is going to be in the pudding, so to speak. Say hello to the camera. All right, that's it now, fitted and in place. How long it will last, I don't know, because in all fairness, that's no disrespect to the final producers or anything, because what they've supplied an excellent product here with great service. But because I'm trying to stick it down to raptor paint, which I'm not sure it's going to take, it's the first time I've tried this, so there's a good chance that it's not going to stay there for long. But I have to admit, I think it looks fantastic. So I'll show you some front angles and you can let me know what you think.